Morning guys, Martin back again, another CarCast, another week, over half a year gone. Just been in the barbers and we're just chatting about that, like how scary it is, how quick this year's gone, which is both a good and a bad thing. The year's getting away, but it's 7 months in business, which has got to be good. So yeah, what are we going to talk about today? First thing I want to talk about, and just there's a bottle of lemonade in the boot and it's going to keep rattling around. So every time you crash, it's a bottle of lemonade. It's just lying around loose. Yeah, I was chatting with Mark, one of the guys from Mammoths, and I promised him that I'd remember this week to talk about Warmachine. Now, oddly enough, I'm on my way to the place where they make it, to Cerberus, where they make Warmachine, to swap a model over one of the other guys, Tom, that I picked the wrong one up, and yeah, let's talk about it. So Warmachine Mark 3's out, everybody's enjoying it, the people that are playing it. We've started a journeyman league in Southport, so we started in the store on a Tuesday night. Now they did week 1 of it Tuesday just gone, but it's going to be week 1 again next week. It's 2 weeks of week 1, so anybody that's local and has got even the remotest amount of interest in Warmachine, come and have a look. There's no charge for your first visit down anyway, so don't worry about that. And then even after that, it's only $250 a game anyway. We dropped table fees from $350 to $250 because 2 people playing together for a $5 sounds better, doesn't it? Let's be honest. And yeah, come down and try it. Just have a go with it. If you haven't got any models, don't worry, just let us know in advance and you can either use my models, or I'm sure, I mean, we've got starter sets in store, we've got my models, and I'm sure some of the guys, if it's going to encourage people to get into the game, would have no issue letting you use their models. So come and have a go, is ultimately what I'm saying. There's also the 6th of August, there's a tournament. It's only a small tournament, it's only £10 entry fee, and that's all good as well. So that's Saturday the 6th of August. It's a steamroller tournament, and it's the first one we're doing for the Mark III rule set. But the idea of a journeyman league is you come in, you buy maybe a battle box to start off with. I think that's what you start off with, which we sell for £27, and that gives you a rule book. It gives you a small, there's that noise, a small basic army to start with, and then you grow it over the time. And as you grow your army, your knowledge of the game grows, and everything else grows with it. And I said I was going to do it. I said I was going to take part. I just haven't got the time. I thought long and hard about it, and I haven't got the time to commit to it. And if I'm completely honest, I like the look of the game, I like the sound of the game when I hear the guys talking about it, but it doesn't sit in the top of my priorities game wise. 40k is my first game and probably always will be. I've got part of an Age of Sigmar army, which with the reintroduction of the rules for points now for Age of Sigmar, we're launching campaigns for that, so that actually spikes my personal interest a bit more than, say, what maybe Warmachine does. The same goes for then Malaphone, Batman and X-Wing. There's just that many games, each person has to just figure out what they want themselves. So it's not that I don't like Warmachine, it's not that I'm not going to play Warmachine. I vowed I will learn to play, and I need to from a store perspective. Although we have got a press ganger now in Phil, who does all the tutorials and stuff for Warmachine when he's about. They can be arranged. But yeah, I'm not against the game anymore. I think I was at one point, and for the wrong reasons. It's just my time is that precious, like my free time is that precious, that if I'm going to spend it playing games, it's going to be games that are up the top of my desire to play. Like I said in last week's, when I played 40k and I was really excited, I then went and had that night another game of 40k, and it was like, oh, and it gave me a good feeling playing the game, because that's the game that I like. Whereas a lot of people will tell me, oh no, I'd never play 40k again, and they've moved away from it. That is equally fine. I say, I'm not knocking Warmachine, I'm not knocking any other game system. What I'm probably going to do is, after the tournament next weekend, so there's a week left, guys, by the way, to get your tickets for the Northwest Open. Getting some really good positivity about it. All the prize structures being announced now. There's so much up for grabs, and it's so open as to who can win the prizes. Anybody can get them. So jump on board. Just what have you got to lose? Weekend of fun. As always. But yeah, we I was going to say then, just distracted me, a flag or something. Yeah, play the games you want to play. Just enjoy yourselves, and that's what it's about. It's something we've come to the realisation of after a few different chats in store and everything. We were trying to please all the different markets of people, and as a result I was trying to please different markets of people, and I was trying to push games, not push, but I was trying to support games and therefore play games that ultimately just wasn't massive. Magic the Gathering's a good game. It's massive. It's one of the biggest things in store from a sales point of view. But you know what? I'm not interested. I've played it, I've spent money on it, I've put money into it, and I will continue to put money into it, and I will continue to support it in as big a way as I can in store. But as an actual player, just doesn't do it for me. I've got no desire to go and make another deck, and I see some of my customers, or even some of my staff like Dave, will just sit there and he'll just brew decks, and he'll just work on decks, and then he'll have mechanics, and he knows so many of the different cards and how things work, and because it interests him. Whereas I've made a deck and I've never altered it. I've never made another deck other than the one I've got, because I've got no desire to. I just don't have the desire. If I didn't own War Games and I was just a customer in War Games, I wouldn't be playing Magic the Gathering. It wouldn't be a game that I would play. So that's the attitude that I'm kind of adopting. And I'm also trying to push to other people is, don't feel that just because all these games are in front of you that you've got to play this game and that game and that game, and oh, everybody's playing this at the moment, so you should be playing it. Play what you want to play. Just the games, have fun with them and enjoy them. By all means, try new games. I'm definitely an advocate for that. Try some new games, experience them, and then if they're not for you, it's fine. There's little to no investment involved in trying a game. We happily let you demo things, and it might be that you think that, oh, this, I don't know, maybe Tanks has just come out, so it might be that you pick Tanks up and you think, wow, this is really good, and then, you know what, 4, 5, 6 weeks down the line you might think, actually it's a bit short-lived. What's the worst you've done? You spent 25, 30 quid. It's not life-altering. I'm not saying 30 quid's nothing, but it's not a life-altering amount of money, is it? So it's not the end of the world if you walk away from it. When did perms become a thing again on boys? Maybe it's just a Liverpool thing, I don't know, but there's two lads walking across the road there, both with, like, do you remember Cast? They were a Liverpool band back in the 90s, and the Lars back in the 80s. That kind of tight perm curl that the 80s footballers used to have, and the lads have got it again. It's like, they just look stupid. Anyway, that was a camel, wasn't it? Camels. Yeah, play what you like and just enjoy it, and don't let anybody else tell you. So if you like Age of Sigmar, then don't be ashamed to like Age of Sigmar just because somebody else says that, oh no, it's this and they ruin fantasy and they've got their opinions. Fine, that's their opinions, they're not playing it. Don't let it stop you playing it if you like it. But yeah, if you like My Little Pony, then come in, I'll start stocking My Little Pony. I said I never would, but if enough people want to play it, we will. On the note of stocking things because people want them, Dice Masters, man, that's gone huge. Dice Masters been around for a long time now. I've still yet to play a game. I just, again, time says that I've not had the time to actually play it, but it took off. We got the new one that's just come out is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dice Masters, but it's a boxed set game, and Jay picked it up, and and looked at it, was interested because it had turtles on it. He then went and watched a YouTube video on it, came back and he went, this looks like a really good game system. Then suggested that I could get some of the other starter sets in, got them in, him and another lad in the store, Jamie, picked up Spider-Man and World's Finest starter sets, and then started buying boosters like they were going out of fashion, and all of a sudden it just went boom, and it just exploded. I've got they're called gravity feeds, big boxes with the boosters in, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 7 different ones of those in now with different starter sets and mats and dice bags. It's gone massive. Justice League came in yesterday, so I've took a Justice League starter set for the shop. It's the shop copy. I'm going to learn how to play it possibly today, more likely to be when I come back from my weekend on Monday, but I'm going to learn how to play it, and I need to go down there, don't I? I've gone the wrong way, guys, where it's all right now. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, it's gone massive. I bought that, and the typical collector in me, Justice League, there's 138 cards in the set. You get 34 of them in the starter set, so then the rest you have to collect, and you collect them by buying the boosters. Each booster is £1, and each booster gives you 2 cards and 2 dice. Each card has a dice that goes with it. So I don't know how to play the game, so I can't comment on it, but they're all having loads of fun with it, and if it's fun, I'll get into it. If it's not fun, we'll have, for me, then we'll still have a shop copy so that we can demonstrate it to customers. My issue is I'm a collector, and it has numbers down the side. This is card number 57 of 138 or whatever it was I've just said, 34, 38, whatever it is. It's like, I've got to collect them now, haven't I? So I started opening boosters, and I think I've got 32, 33, something like that left to get in the set. I'll get them because I can't not have them. It's in me. But yeah, if people want things, I like to think I'm a very reactive person, and if my customers are after something, i.e. Dice Masters, I saw an interest in it, people were liking it, so I went full hog and I stocked the range. We're big enough to be able to do it. Move a few bits around and it's all good. And that's what we've done. But everything else is flying. Pokemon Go. I don't get it. I don't like it. It's good. It's good in the fact that it's getting people out and about and exercising and everything else, and I can more than do with the exercise myself, but I've got no desire to go walking around catching Pokemon. It just doesn't interest me at all. And there's going to be some serious accidents soon. There's going to be a kid run over by a bus. There's already been people setting things up to lure people in and then mug them. You've always then got the scary thought of a paedophile's going to set it up for the children, but it's not kids playing it, it's adults playing it. It's all 30-year-olds who are walking around with the phone trying to catch Pokemon. It's hilarious watching it, because we've got three lure spots or modals or whatever they're called within view of the shop, because obviously we're on the main high street. It's hilarious watching all these adults run around like tapping the phones because they're fighting each other to try and take over a gym or whatever it is. I can't beat it. I'm not going to join it, but I can't beat it. So what I am doing is putting a big sign outside the shop saying actual Pokemon sold here. I may as well. People are going to be walking around trying to catch computer-based or app-based Pokemon, then I may as well be telling them that we sell the proper Pokemon cards, we teach them how to play and run it from there. But there's another classic example. I looked at Pokemon, I played Pokemon, I didn't dislike it as a game, it just wasn't for me. It didn't, like the guys who like it, they get excited about the cards, like, oh, look at that one, and look at and it's either from a nostalgic point of view because they grew up with Pokemon, which I'm just too old for having grown up with it. Pokemon came about by the time I was in my later years of senior school, so it didn't influence me. Never played the computer game of it or anything. And some of them, the younger ones, just like it because of the nature of what it is, and I get that, but it's not for me, so I haven't bothered with it. We support it as a store, but I'm not heavily vested in it. We've got Jay and Jamie, who are both big Pokemon fans. I don't need to be. I don't need to be involved in absolutely everything that we do. What I am really interested in is bolt action. So we've got 40k, we've got the Open, as I say, next week, and then once that's finished, then I'm going to focus my energies on bolt action. Mel made that fantastic board, which it doesn't get played on because nobody's playing it. We're selling a lot of bolt action, but nobody's coming into the store to play it. So the people who are coming and buying the models, where are they going? I need to get them back in store. The way to get them back in store is start playing it. If we give people a reason to come in and play, they surely will. But we need to create community. We need to grow communities. So we've got a Warmachine community. I've just pulled it up outside now. We've got a Warmachine community that plays actively, and there's enough of them that it doesn't make a difference whether I join in or not. So we've got a 40k community. We're going to grow that more. We're going to start the beginners class a lot more. We're going to really nurture into that, and we'll get that bit sorted out. Age of Sigmar is going to start growing. So Jay is looking after 40k. Jamie is looking after Age of Sigmar. Mammoths are looking after Warmachine. On the note of that, by the way, if you want to organise anything or you want to see what's happening, if you Google search Merseyside Mammoths, then it'll give you links through to their forum, and you'll find all the information on there. They're a dead friendly bunch. Just chat with them. Failing that, pop down to the store on a Tuesday, and just pick it up as you go along. But yeah, so they're championing Warmachine primarily. They play other games. They play Malifaux, they play Gaslands, and a few other bits and bobs. So I think I'm going to probably champion bolt action because I like it. It's as simple as that. And if you like something, go with it until you get bored of it. I also like Batman and Malifaux. The problem is there's too many games for me to like. Dave obviously is a big X-Wing player, so he's going to champion that more and more. We're just waiting to find out, with fingers crossed. We've applied for the regional finals for X-Wing, so hopefully we'll get that. What I have done is I've announced on Facebook the next X-Wing tournament. That's the 20th of August. So anybody that plays X-Wing casually or competitively, get down, come and have a game. Let's just do it. But yeah, it just runs through. I'm going to cut the video here because I'm sat outside. I've got things on this morning, and yeah, I've done my general ramble. I've got a lot to get through today because tomorrow I'm off down south again. The stag do that I was away for the other week, I'm now going down for the wedding. I'm best man, so speeches and all that business. Let you know how that went next week. But yeah, going away, probably the worst 3 days. We've got the Eldritch Moon pre-release for Magic the Gathering this weekend, and I'm not there for it. And as much as I just said that Magic doesn't massively interest me, the pre-release does. I enjoy them. They're loads of fun. And I'm going to miss that. But hey ho, it's what it is. I'll still get cards from it surely. And then yeah, next week's the Northwest Open. I could just do with not being away these 3 days, but I am, and it's what it is, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. It's time away with the wife as well, and the kids are staying back here in Liverpool, so we've got a weekend away from the kids. It's good. It's just the timing sucks, but as with anything, there's never a right time to do anything, so you just roll with the dice, don't you? So at that point, guys, I'm out. I'm going to go and try and enjoy my weekend. You enjoy yours. I'll speak to you next week, or I'll talk at you next week, because that's what I do. And as always, just leave comments. Let us know what you think, any suggestions that you might throw, and check out the Mammoth page on the forum. and come down to the tournament. If you're already a player, come down to the tournament. If you want to start playing, come down to the Journeyman League, and just start playing games, whether it be Warmachine or anything else. Play some games. Cool. See you next time, guys.